Strange and mellow, took you from you, creation. You test your power, closest to you, across the sun sky, took my brain way too shallow, move you down, strange and mellow.
Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. Can everybody hear me? If you can hear me, please type yes on the chat. Hello, everybody. All right, how is everybody doing? Hi, India in the house. How are you, Michael? Awesome, Andrew. Thank you, thank you. Mm-mm. All right, so awesome. So, yeah, let's talk about gold a little bit. This was a, VIP signal that I sent earlier, and hold on. All right, so this was a, VIP signal that I sent earlier, and it was a sell limit at the 1744.80 or so, and as you can see right here, uh, we missed that entry by 5 pips, right? Now I'm going to delete that, and what I have done is, thank you, love from right here. So what I have done is that, so Calvin, I'm new to this and I've entered a lot of loss. Well, mate, you should definitely um, invest in your education. It's super easy to lose money trading, mate. So if you really don't know what you're doing, you should definitely invest in your education. So what I've done here, I've gone long gold with a 0.6% risk, and just hold on a second. Um, I just need to. That's right. I just need to manage my gold long, and I'll show you. I'll show you. All right, so basically what I've done here, I've gone long in gold, right? I missed my entry short by 5 pips, and I missed this entire move to the downside, about 100 pips or so. What is the best technical analysis would you recommend? Well, I can't answer that question. Uh, you know, I can't answer that question. Can you teach me and be my mentor? I don't mind paying for it. Well, mate, I do. I had a mentorship group, but I closed it, right? I closed it because I didn't have the time to deliver the product that I wanted to deliver. But there's bundles. There's bundles. I mean, if you are really, really interested in me teaching you, just email support and ask for the 5 hour one-on-one coaching bundle, and they will give you all the information that we have. It's it's uh, it's not cheap, but it's 1 hour one-on-one with me. I open a sell position with 1747 stop loss in gold. Why did you do that? Why did you do that? 17, hold on. 1747. Oh, you're good. I mean, you opened it yesterday. That's a good trade. Let's have a look. Did you just take a trade now or you're moving stop loss? So I did take a trade. Sure. It's support at learn to dot trade. All right, so basically what I've done here is I've gone long. Why did I do that? Let me show you the MT4. This is my trade at the moment. Um, yeah, my sell limit is still right here. I'm going to delete it right now. And as you can see, price missed that by 5 pips. And right now I'm long gold, right? Kind of kind of a speculative entry, long gold. And I'm going to explain to you my thought process on it. I'm just risking 0.6% on this long position because it's quite speculative. But the reason that I took this long is this, right? So I'm gonna go to the 5 minute chart. I'm just going to show you some things, right? Now, if you notice, the structure of this market is quite bearish and has been quite bearish for the past sessions, right? Gold printing new daily lows, and new daily lows, right? So we've had some breaks of structure, breaks of structure, and breaks of structure. And right here, if you notice, yesterday we had a break of structure, taking out all of the liquidity on the downside. And um, right here, we've had a change of character, right? So, am I looking for possible long-term longs in gold? Absolutely not. What I am trading right now is this demand zone, right? That created that break of the structure. Actually, this. So I'm trading this demand zone right here. I was a little late on the trade in the sense that I opened the trade all the way up here, right? But I was getting ready for the for this live trade or live show. But it's on the short term. The short term, if you look at what has happened, right? This break of the structure right here, then price broke with those highs, taking out the sell side liquidity on a change of character, and now has come down to retest the demand zone that created um, that breakout. So on the short term, the highest probability trade is to the upside should these lows remain unbroken. And yeah, my trade is now in profits. I will manage it accordingly. Just sign up to ACAPMate. Well, welcome aboard. Really happy that you guys are jumping in on the VIP side. I mean, we put a ton of effort in what we do. And let me just show you because we don't hide anything, right? And here's the performance of the signals, right? We don't hide absolutely anything at all. Anything, 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 right? So last month on July, we had the first negative month, minus 7.9%, right? This month we are up 4.2%. And what we do here, right? I mean, we realized that the breakout strategy that we mostly use for the signals was not working optimally in these market conditions. So we spent about 2 to 3 weeks just going through the trades, right, through our previous trades and optimizing our strategy to uh, hold on just a second. I'm just looking at my um, other chart on my other screen. So we spent about 2.5, 3 weeks just going through our trades, right? Finding leaks, plugging those leaks, and finding a better way to trade these markets or the current market conditions. And as you can see, it absolutely works, right? Trading is a never-ending study job, and yeah, that's what we do. Do you think gold can retrace to 1760 region before moving down towards 1680? 17 what? 1760. Geez, I don't know. I mean, who knows, right? Who knows? No one knows what's going to happen. I absolutely have no clue. And listen, if someone ever tells you that, yes, I do think that gold is going to retrace back to 1760, I mean, that guy or that girl is absolutely lying to you because no one knows. No one knows. I mean, the only thing that you can do is trade what you see, like right now, right? I missed my short entry, right? My first targets were going to be around these levels because of this demand zone and all of the analysis that I just gave you guys. And I mean, missing an entry by 5 pips and to to those first targets, my stop loss was here. My entry was here. My stop loss was here, I think. I mean, I missed on a 3R or so, 3.7R trade, which is fine, right? You're never going to uh, catch all the moves, but yeah, that one hurt. And right now, this long trade in gold is looking very good, right? So, minimal risk, 0.3% risk on this trade, just because of the the high volume of sellers jumping in on this market, right? But this demand zone is quite strong. So another trade that we took earlier today was this one right here. We shorted Bitcoin, and let me show you on the hourly. We shorted Bitcoin. Actually, the 50-minute chart is fine. So we shorted Bitcoin, and I took profits. I took 75% off at yesterday's lows because I was looking at this. I don't know if you guys know this website, bitcointicker.co. Just wait. I mean, let's wait for it to load. So this site is quite awesome. It can be quite overwhelming, but I love it because this site is uh, the depth of market in Bitcoin, right? You can see here the time and sales, the bids and the asks, and all the trades that are hitting the bids and hitting the asks. So I was looking at Bitcoin whilst it was trading around the 21,000 level, and there were tons of buyers, and it really didn't look like that level was going to break, even though we had some massive selling volume from the 2130 till the 20 and 9030 or so. So I decided to close 75% of my trade and then move my stops to break even. And I got stopped out at break even on the rest of my position. But I'm still looking for Bitcoin shorts. I'm still looking for Bitcoin shorts. And with the swing trading or the VIP swing trading group, we are still short Bitcoin, and our trade is up about 7,500 pips, and we're just waiting for this level to break. Hi Orlando, I joined a VIP Forex signal service a few days ago. I am currently using IQ options. Most of the signals I get are not on it. I don't. I mean, I don't know about IQ options, but let's have a look. Like, I think that IQ options is a um, binary option trade broker. Yeah, don't use that. It's a binary options broker. Yeah, I mean, this don't use IQ options, please. Don't use IQ options. That is a binary options broker. You should be using a spot FX broker. Um, and uh, I mean, the worst thing about that is that it's absolutely not regulated. So close your account, withdraw your funds, and you know. If you want a suggestion, 8cap is a very solid broker. It's the one that we use. And if you open an account with our link and deposit minimum $250, you get access to all of our VIP groups for free. But don't use IQ options, mate. Also, I tried to create an account on eToro today morning. Unfortunately, they don't accept customers from India. I wanted to know which broker would you recommend for copy trading. Listen, if you want copy trading from us, the only broker that you can use for that is 8cap. Website, Bitcoin ticker. Yeah, I'm gonna put it on the chat. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Right. So yes, if you can give gold view on 1 hour and the 4 hours. Sure, man. Sure. Oh boy. Uh, I'm also looking for Japanese yen longs. This is the Japanese yen basket, and it has been quite choppy in the past 2.5 sessions, but right now we're seeing some spikes in buying volume. So, Japanese yen longs could be looking very good. I don't know, Kumar. Just, ask ACAP support. I don't know. Euro slumped. Yeah. Let's have a look at the euro. Yeah, um, this was the F1 strategy setup on the Euro USD. Just have a look at this beautiful trade. 5R on the Euro US dollar yesterday using the F1 strategies. That simple. It's that simple, mate. If you are looking for something else besides signals and you want to learn a semi-automated strategy, right, with a defined set of rules and visually on your charts, um, the stop loss level, entry levels, and targets, etc. Just have a look at the F1 strategy. And if you're a VIP, go to your client's account because you have I think that a 30% discount code for the F1 strategy. All right, so gold, right? I'm going to be managing this trade quite aggressively, quite aggressively if I don't see any signs of bullish momentum, but it's kind of looking good. 42 watching and 3 likes only. Why, people? Exactly why. Thank you, Moise. Thank you. All right, so let's leave gold aside for a minute, and let's have a look at the US dollar. US dollar, of course, super bullish, super bullish. But yesterday was a great day for the USD. Just have a look at this range yesterday. It moved almost 1% to the upside. Still looking for longs. Still looking for longs. I was looking at some Euro USD shorts today, but I mean, after I looked at DXY, today it's looking very rangy. So if I were to take a long on the USD, it would be at the break of today's highs. Also because this looks very trappy, very trappy. So if the US dollar breaks with today's lows, I am not going to get short. Of course not. I'm not going to get short. But I will be looking for longs at this level. This is my preferred level to look for longs on the USD. Just by looking at the market structure, right? If price breaks with today's lows, this around the 108.40 would be massive level to look for longs on the US dollar. Of course, that if buyers jump in pre-market, this market is just going to keep on rallying and breaking today's highs. Uh, that's the second possible scenario, but I mean, it's not my preferred scenario. I would prefer a dip towards this demand zone because I would get a much better risk to reward ratio on a US dollar long than waiting for that breakout above the highs. But for the time being, there's no setup. Is the new gold trade on the copy trade because no trade is showing? Yeah, sure it is, mate. Sure it is. I mean, all of the signals that I sent on the VIP are taken on this account. This is the Learn to Trade account that tracks all of the VIP trades, and this is the master account for copy trading, right? So if you have everything set up like you should, um, there's absolutely no reason why you wouldn't have this gold long, right? So let me just delete this sell limits, I'm sorry, in gold. Um, Sell limit. Boom. There you go. Right, so there's no reason why you wouldn't have it. Um, Japanese yen, I mean, I don't know. Let's talk about the Japanese yen. This is the other market that we mostly trade the US dollar and the Japanese yen. But the Japanese yen has been super rangy. Just have a look. This is the past one, two, three, four, five, 6 sessions, and we are talking about a super rangy market. Now, if we look at the higher time frames, this is the 4 hour chart, and this is the Japanese yen basket, right? The Japanese yen basket is basically the same thing as the DXY is for the US dollar, right? So, what I'm waiting for, expecting is further downside on the Japanese yen. a break of these lows would, in fact, trigger more downside on this market. And the reason that the Japanese yen has been depreciating for the past year or so. Here is the daily chart on the Japanese yen basket. This is why is it not showing the entire, I don't know. But highs, from March highs to the lows, uh, Japanese yen has depreciated 30.67%, and there's no reason to think that it will not continue that same move. So on the 4 hour chart, it looks like this, right? Right now, it's a choppy mess, really hard to trade. And if you go to the Japanese yen market, you're going to see the same, super rangy, the pound yen, super rangy. So there's other markets much better suited to make money, right? Just gold, Bitcoin, and the US dollar, which is what we have been doing so far. So on the Japanese yen side, let's have a look at the 2 hour chart very quickly. On the Japanese yen side, I would love to see a break of these lows, and this looks a very, very flaggy too, mates. And if you look at this, Japanese yen is retesting these previous broken lows. So this is my no trade range on the Japanese yen, right? My no trade range. A break of this low would not trigger me short. In fact, I would really need a break of this lows for further downside. To place a short on the Japanese yen. Which market would I be looking for to trade short the Japanese yen, not the pound yen? Let's have a look at the forward chart. All right, so if you don't know this, if I'm looking for shorts on the Japanese yen, I'm basically looking for longs on the pound yen, longs on the euro yen, longs on the Aussie yen, longs on the CAD yen, longs on the US dollar yen. Right, so on the pound yen, I know people love to trade this market, but yeah, this is looking also very flaggy, right? But I see no setup or levels that would in fact confirm a long position for me here. So let's have a look at the euro yen. Nope. Oh, the CAD yen, Olympio actually just sent a CAD yen trade on the VIP group, which is basically a short on the Japanese yen following the rationale that I just talked about. So I'm going to stop right here talking about the Japanese yen because that is for VIPs only. Uh, um, Right, so I'm looking at gold on my other screen, right? And like I told you, I will manage it very aggressively. And I'm going to show you here, right? I will manage it very, very aggressively, right? And this is what I'm going to do. I'm still long. But if gold breaks with this low, I will close my trade immediately. Why? Because this is not looking like an impulsive move. It's looking like a pullback. So very possibly we'll close gold here at the break of these lows for a very, very, very small loss, about a 0.15% loss. But I'm gonna wait and see. That is my mental stop, so I'm gonna wait and see. Some other markets I was looking at. I haven't traded crude oil for a while. Um, And to be completely and utterly honest with you guys, the downside in this market is looking extremely good. So I was looking at this supply area, right? For possible shorts, yeah. But I don't know. I mean, I haven't traded this market for in the past what 3 months or so. So I haven't followed it quite actively. So I'm really, really, really not convinced on taking a short position here. I'm just showing you the levels that I was looking at earlier, but I'm not taking a position here. So Bitcoin, I'm still looking for shorts here. Still looking for shorts. Oh, but this level is so thick with buyers. Yeah, so thick. We're gonna have to wait and see. What are you guys looking at? What are you guys looking at? All right. Let me see. All right, so I was looking at my other screen, just trying to figure out how am I going to manage this gold long that I'm in at the moment. At the moment, it's down 0.2%. DXY creating double top, shouldn't it move Bitcoin and gold up? Listen, you know, to be completely honest with you, right now, don't focus on chart patterns. If you're looking at the US dollar, don't look at chart patterns if you're looking at the US dollar. The US dollar is super strong and will continue to get stronger. So, my advice just to look for dip buys because trying to short this market is going to burn. Just have a look at how strong this market is, right? Just have a look at just have a look at the impulses, 1% to the upside, and the pullbacks, 0.13. Then, boom, 0.72 rally, and then, boom, 0.18. So, trying to short this market based on a double top, it's something that I would advise against. And even if you see, an increase in selling volume and a break of the previous levels, just look for demand areas where to buy this market. Also, you were talking about the correlation between the US dollar and gold. Now, um, also, don't focus on that. The correlation or negative correlation between the USD and gold has been decreasing exponentially. Now, if you were to trade gold, you would, you need to focus on why is gold moving the way it is, right? Is gold a hedge against inflation? I don't think it is anymore. And if inflation is so high, why is gold going down? And basically, the reason that gold is going down is because if you're trying to trade inflation with gold in the sense that um, because inflation is high, you are going to buy gold, then you're going to burn money because you are too late, right? Right now, gold is trading the way it is, or is reacting, or price action is trading the way it is because of um, future inflation, right? And because of what the Federal Reserve is doing at the moment. And the Federal Reserve right now is just going to continue is its QE easing and hiking rates to fight inflation. So gold is bearish. Having said that, I know I am long gold, but I but this is a very short-term trade with a very tight stop loss, aggressive management, and the normal risk. GU buy, I would not buy the GU. Right. When you say GU buy, why? I mean, what are you trying to trade with a buy on the pound yen? Are you trying to trade the pound or the US dollar, the pound US dollar or the USD? Why? I mean, just tell me. I'm not confronting you at all. Just tell me what your thought process is right here, because I would like to understand, and then I can give you my opinion. But again, the pound USD, the Euro USD, Aussie USD, New Zealand dollar, US dollar, everything is very much US dollar driven at the moment. So, talking about the pound USD, right? I mean, let's have a look at the 4-hour chart. Yes, the 4-hour chart. Wow, there's a big level here, and there's a reaction here. And yesterday's candle was very bullish. I mean, I agree with you that yesterday's candle was very bullish. But why would I? I mean, and this is the way that I think, right? And this is the way that I trade. Why would I want to buy such a fucking bearish market at the lows? This is catching a falling knife, and 9 out of 10 times you're going to lose a finger. So, on a bearish, and I'm talking about the short to mid-term, right? On a bearish market, yes, you're going to see rallies, but those are bearish rallies, right? And the optimal way to look at this is to look for zones to short the shit out of the pound against the US dollar. So, instead of buying here, man, and just hoping that that yesterday's candle, right, is a trigger for longs or whatever you're looking at. I don't know, right? Instead of buying here, just hoping for price to go higher, and not only that, but just have a look at this zone right here. This is a fucking thick area. I'm gonna show you on the 2-hour chart. I think that I can show you, right? This is a super thick zone. Uh, if you look at historic price action, right, this is the zone where buyers jump in, right, bringing price up and rallying this market for 4% or 480 pips, right? And this is where you're going to get some very big sell orders in this case, because this level has been broken. And if you look at this, and if you look at the 2-hour chart, I mean, just by looking at historic price action, impulsive move, then choppy mess, impulsive move, choppy mess, impulsive move, choppy mess. So what is the highest probability trade here, to the upside or to the downside? Of course, it is to the downside, right? And like I always tell you guys, this is a game about probabilities. So yes, there is a small probability that price is going to rally from the lows, but the probability of price just moving higher for the next leg down is much higher than a reversal. So myself, I don't trade reversals. I don't care about that. I've burned too much money realizing that trading reversals is not optimal. Why would I put money at risk in such a speculative entry or such a speculative trade if I can find trades like my Bitcoin short, yesterday's Euro USD? Um, the Euro USD trade on the VAP. If you're not part of the VAP group, this is what I traded. I think I don't remember. No, it was here. This was my Euro US dollar trade from Friday exactly. I don't remember. No, this is a 2-hour chart, but something like this, right? We made bank. Personally, I made 2.5% on this trade. So why would I go try to trade bottoms and tops if I can easily trade pullbacks, right? On other markets. That is just my opinion. Gold buy or sell? I don't know, Zobia. I hate that kind of questions, figure it out yourself. Um, you know, I just hate when people just ask, buy or sell, gold buy or sell, you know. Right, so Japanese in basket, Olympia just sent a great signal on the yen. Um, yeah, if you are a VIP, you should have it. Wow, this is looking good, actually. Oh, a 2R, beautiful, beautiful, great setup. There's not too much going on. I'm gonna go very quickly through uh, U.S. equities. Yesterday we closed a short on the Nasdaq on the VIP side too. We shorted the Nasdaq, I think here or so, and we closed it yesterday here. Was a great trade. So, am I looking for shorts on U.S. equities? Fuck yes, I'm looking for shorts on U.S. equities. Um, and let's just have a look at some levels so we can decide which one is the best market to trade the short side on US equities. No blues today? Yes, yes, yes. We had the blues. I'm sorry that my bot deleted your message, Kumar. I don't know why. But yeah, I was listening to the blues earlier. Always, always. So, let's have a look at some levels. Uh, for I actually, if you have a look here, I had an alert here on the Dow, a demand zone. Let me just delete that alert. Boom. And the shit, I don't know if I deleted it. The reason that I had this alert here on the Dow is because Um, and this was on Thursday last week, on Friday. I don't remember. I think it was Friday that I put that alert. Actually, we can have a look here. Oh, I deleted it. So, I don't know when I put this alert on, but the reason that I was looking at this area was for deep buys on the Dow. Now, I am not convinced now that I am going to look for deep buys in this market. And the reason is this. Let's have a look at the daily chart, mates. Right, so if we look at the daily chart, actually I'm gonna go a little bit higher just to um, delete all the noise. If you look at this is a 3-day chart. If you look at the 3-day chart, this area right here, with this massive rejection and absolutely no zone support further downside until the 3160 area now has me really um, thinking about eliminating my idea on possible Dow longs. This is the 3-day chart, of course. Now, if we go back to the 4-hour chart, what I will be looking for today is a break of today's lows. So, basically, possible trades for today. Um, yeah, this is the thing, right? Today's range is quite wide on the Dow. So, this is why right now, I'm not going to place an order, a sell stop, or whatever. But if we, let's go to a 15-minute chart, the 10-minute chart is fine. But looking at the 10-minute chart, right? If we get a retest of the lows, right here, retest of the lows, then a pullback towards this zone, a rejection of this area. Now here is where I would look for shorts, which are much better risk to reward ratio on the Dow, right? Because right now this range is just way too wide. Quick look at the Nasdaq. Same thing on the Nasdaq. Gold is creating a lower low. Thank you for pointing that out. I'm about to close that trade at a 0.3% loss. Thank you for pointing that out. Actually, not yet, not yet. I will move my stop losses higher. Yeah, my, hold on. Let me just look at the 0.3%. Um, I have two options here with gold. Thank you, Michael. Thank you. I appreciate that. So I have two options here with gold. The first one is to move stop losses higher, towards the 1735-30 zone. Yeah, I'm closing this trade. Boom. Closing this trade. Thank you, Michael. So very small loss in gold, 0.35% loss in gold. Managing risk accordingly. Thank you, Michael. Appreciate it. So, the Nasdaq, the Nasdaq has a much possible better setup, on a possible break below these lows, but still, I mean, it's really too early to to try to figure out sell zones on U.S. equities. Again, this range is quite wide. Now, hold on, let me just delete this. Now, um, in fact, I'm not even going to look at this market on pre-market action. I'm going to wait for the open because it's quite possible that we're going to get a move towards the 1300 level, right? 1300 level for the next leg down. So definitely looking for sell opportunities from rallies, and the spools, the S&P 500, um, same thing, and the level that I mean, this is quite a level actually, the 4175. And just by looking at these three markets, my preferred market to short U.S. equities is going to be the S&P 500, US 100, or the SPX 100, depends on what you trade, right? Um, yeah, I'm not gonna trade the Russell. So yeah, that's what I'm looking at the moment. Gold, um, small loss in gold, but we are still very much up for the day. Um, we're still up for the day, uh, and but there's not too much going on at the moment. No, I'm not saying live for the open. I mean, it's going to take too long. But Olympio is going to be live. I mean, it's 7:30 a.m. in New York, but Olympio is going to be live for the U.S. Open. Um, join him, join him. That guy is really good. and you should ask him. I mean, I don't know why you guys really don't ask concise questions. Like, I mean, I don't know if that's the word. English is not my first language. I'm sorry. But I don't know why don't you ask us, our insights, right? Instead of just asking gold, buy or sell, why don't you just formulate a true question that we can develop an answer that will give you added value? Well, that's why we do these fucking live videos, live shows. I'm sorry. Um, yeah. Think about that, guys. I mean, I'm gonna keep doing this. I'm gonna keep doing this, and I'm going to keep reminding you that that's the reason that we do this live shows. And just think about, uh, what you have missed on free education over the past, I don't know, year or so. So, there's nothing going on at the moment. Michael, again, thank you for that goal heads up. Um, yeah, that new lower low. Yeah, and I mean, you can see that gold is rallying at the moment, but if you look at the very low time frame, just go and look at the 3 minute chart, right? This break of the lows just completely uh, eliminated my trade idea. Well, there's no momentum to the upside. It's quite choppy, and even though if gold rallies from here, the optimal decision was to close on a very small loss because after seeing no momentum to the upside, right, and gold completely and utterly rejecting these lows, right, my trade had no edge, right? And of course, there's a probability that gold is going to break with the highs and continue higher. But at this moment in time, the best decision that I could make was to close my trade at a very, very small loss. Also, thank you, Andrew. I think. Be attention, this guy is a scammer. All right. Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm telling you. Uh-huh, that's what I'm telling you. Listen, let me just talk about what this guy just said. I don't know if you got scammed with, I mean, there's a ton of groups, a ton of people impersonating us. And if you were, I mean, if you were caught in, a Bitcoin investment scheme and you got money stolen from, I mean, that's your fault. That's not us. I mean, never send money to anyone online, much less via crypto, you know. Never do that. I mean, we will never ask you money. Never ask you for money. We don't have a Bitcoin investment scheme. There's a ton of. I mean, just look for learn to trade on Instagram or Telegram. You're going to find a ton of groups, right? But the ones that ask you for money are scams. So no, mate, I'm not a scammer. Uh, if someone stole money from you, that wasn't us. Right. Look at what gold is doing. It just went up. Ref. Yeah, it did just went up. But um, you don't have to follow 100% of what I do, right? At the moment I closed my trade, remember, if I told you that my mental stop was at the break of this low, right? Price broke with this low and broke with the second low, right? So I follow my plan. That was my plan. If there was no follow through, right? Or a real break of these previous broken lows, then I was not happy with that trade because I was buying after a very big move to the upside. So sellers are in control of this market, fundamentally speaking, and on the short term, you know, speaking too. So um, when price broke with these two lows, I just followed my plan and I closed my trade. Yes, gold can very much continue higher, but that was my plan and I just followed my plan. I have one more thing to ask. How you read the XY on daily with pre-markets bullish, also the USD news after 2 hours. I don't understand that question. How to read the XY on? I mean the. Hold on. Yeah. Hold on, just a second, guys. Um, right, the DXY is the US dollar currency index, right? Hold on just a second, guys, please. Right. You know what? Just tune in tomorrow. I'm going to do my live show tomorrow at the London Open, to place trades live with you. Just have a look at this, right? So it's really, really, really no man's land without that break above the 1738. So yeah, I just follow my plan. About the DXY, just tune in tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm going to do a 3 hour show, a big, 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 long show from the London Open. We're going to play trades. You can ask me anything. I have to change the battery on my laptop because it's dead. And yeah, I mean, um, I'm gonna answer your question tomorrow. Don't worry about it. How do you decide which low on which time frame to choose when analyzing potential trades? So that's a good question, mate. That's a good question. Um, it depends on the if you're day trading or swing trading. But right, let me just delete all of these lines. Right. Remove drawings. The lows. Basically, the lows that I look at are the daily lows and the daily highs, the previous day's highs, the previous day's lows. Right. On an intraday basis, what I look at is this. For example, this deep buy in gold was based on this demand zone, right? The demand zone that created the break of or change of character here, right? This demand zone was clearly the daily lows. That that gave me a higher probability of success on the possible trade idea, right? Now, because the rejection of the daily highs, and more so because of this, what seems to be a bull trap, right? And because of how strong this move to the downside was, I decided to go with lesser risk, right? Um, and intraday wise, I mean, if I'm trading the long side, like I was here in gold, I look and if the previous move was a bearish move, I just look at the previous broken lows and the right? So basically here, this was the previous broken low. As you can see, impulsive move, pullback, impulsive move, pullback, impulsive move, pullback. Because there was no break of this short-term structure, I decided to close my trade because it looks like a pullback and possible break of the daily lows. That's just how I do it. Gold has not broken the trend line on the 1 hour, so I decided to leave that long open. Astron, that is amazing. That is amazing. You don't have, just a second. I mean, that's amazing. That's amazing. I always tell you, I mean, you don't have to follow what I do 100%. If you, I mean, if you're a trader and you use my analysis or my signals, to complement your trading, that's more power to you. Do you know how to stop breathing? I have been shot in the red. What? Thank you, troll. If you take a look at the Aussie yen 5 minute chart, yeah. Listen, I'm going to cut this session. Well, I'm not gonna cut it short because I've been live for an hour. But if you're still long gold, more power to you, right? I am flat gold, and flat other markets. I'm just short Bitcoin uh, from the real highs. Actually, I am short Bitcoin from the 200 level. So, and that's it. That's about it. Not looking for anything else other than the open to look for shorts on the S&P 500 on a possible rally towards this level. Right, so thank you for joining me. And tomorrow I'm gonna do a 3 hour show. Um, I recommend you join me if you really want to know more about how we do things, what I do, how about my thought process. Because I mean, what I do is not for everybody, and I understand that if I mean, when it comes to trading, you need to be with a group that makes sense to you. And I mean, I'm not gonna blindly push what I do to everybody. I mean, I'm trying to explain uh, at the best of my, my English, how I do things. And if it makes sense to you, more power to you, and you're welcome to be here. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you for joining me, guys. And again, if someone messages you with our logo and calling themselves Orlando or Learn to Trade and ask you for money, I mean, please don't send money online to people that you don't know. I mean, 100% is a scam. I would never message you, you know, um, to ask you for money ever, ever. You know, actually, I will never message you directly. There's absolutely no way that you can get in touch with me. We only have our support email um, if you want to get in touch with our company. That's it. That's it. So be careful out there because there's a ton of people, you know, just sucky people trying to steal money from you. And yeah, because we are a well-known company, they're going to take advantage of that. We fight against this. Um, just a second. We fight against this, scam Telegram groups as hard as we can, and we have managed to give three of them the scam print on Telegram. But I mean, it's really hard because uh, there has to be a ton of people that report them as scam. But just be careful. We will never ask you for money. We don't care about your bitcoins. Uh, I mean, the only thing that we push to you is, the possibility of you joining our VIP groups or buying in on the F1 strategy. But that is after we show you what we do. And if it doesn't make sense to you and you don't want it, that's completely fine, right? Just be careful out there. I've gotten so many messages of people just losing their life savings on these scams. I mean, there's nothing we can do, right? There's nothing, absolutely nothing we can do. Just be careful out there and, stay safe, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you for joining me, guys.